All right, new project time, guys. We got our old trusty 8th gen Civic 2008 06 to 11. So I'm gonna be doing a remote start kit on it. This is the car. Yeah, just decided to do a remote start kit on it. Been looking at kits for a while, and this one that I've been looking at just come up. It was 20% off, so I said, why not? So basically, I was going to just buy a reputable brand, just a universal kit, and wire it in because I like wiring and all that stuff. But just doing some research, it was just a lot of rigmarole you have to do to get around the immobilizer and all that on this model. So I found a plug and play kit. It's a little more expensive, but you don't have to deal with none of that, and it's plug and play. So let's check the kit out real quick. I'm not affiliated by this company at all, never used them before, so we'll see what happens. I'll give you my honest review on it. Anyway, it's called 12 volt solutions. So basically the kit, so you got a module, got a couple harnesses, and I bought a long range kit. So it comes with an antenna. Those are 2 remotes, supposed to work for up to a mile, so we will see. They also offer an option with an app, and you can start it from anywhere, but didn't really see the purpose in that. All right, so we got this, so I'm gonna go ahead and kind of get cracking into it and see what all I need to do. I already looked over the instructions a little bit, so I need to take off the plastic trim around the steering column and get that out the way, and then should be able to access most of what we need to get to right there at the ignition switch. So let's check it out. All right, so basically to get this steering column trim off, there's 3 Phillips head screws up under here. So I'm gonna pull those out, and then should be able to get all this trim out the way. Okay, let's take it off. All right, so first thing we're gonna want to do is remove the brown one. Okay. And the harness we have, the male side, it's gonna plug right into where that one came out of. So then basically this other one, the female, especially the other side of it, is just gonna sit where this other one came out of. Basically this is just like this harness just kind of sits in between the plug and where it plugs into, essentially. So there's this green one here. I'll take the green one out. So same concept. This is basically just gonna sit in between there. All right, I was wrong. I think it actually uses this one. Yeah, I was wrong. It uses this white one. Instructions actually says gray, but to me this looks white. But plugs in here. Okay, so there's a parking light option. You don't have to connect it, but I want to. So you have to tie into the headlight switch harness, which is here. Okay, so you got auto lights. So there's a white. We got a harness here. In the picture, it only shows it having a white and a blue wire, but I guess this is a kind of a universal harness for different models that might take more than one or have different options. But it says you'll use the white and the blue. You only use the blue if you get automatic lights. Ours don't, so we only use the white. Instruction shows you what pins to use. So this one says I'm gonna use pin 8. It's kind of a gray wire. Going by the info they have here. This will be that gray wire. So the kit comes with these, what I call them T-taps. They work pretty decent for tapping into stuff like this. So, connect the white wire to that. Okay, let's plug that back in. Okay. Pull this panel down. Start feeding everything through here. Okay, everything is down here. So I'm gonna just kind of plug everything up, and we'll clean it up once we make sure it works. Okay. So that's pretty much it. I gotta run, there's a cable that goes from here up to my up to the long range antenna. So this is my long range antenna, and it plugs it to the black harness. So I think I'm gonna mount this somewhere. I'll mount it up here in the corner, and I'm just gonna run my cable behind my pillar and down. So let me do that real quick. Okay, got all hooked up and programmed. I didn't record programming it because it's a little confusing, and not that the instructions were confusing, but there were several different versions of this kit, and anyway, I got it figured out. But anyway, so I ended up mounting the unit into this bracket here. As far as the wires, they all just zip tied them to the existing harnesses here. Our long range remote installed up there, and the wire ran down the A pillar and then back. Goes down the back of the dash, back here, down up under the dash and out to our module. All right, so it's been about a month after the install. Just took a while to get back to getting around to filming it, but I'll say the hardest part of the install, nothing was hard about it, but deciphering some of the instructions, because some of it, I guess the parts have been updated since the instructions were made. And other than that, the really only difficult part was just feeding that mess of wires through the trim pieces that surround the steering column. That was a little bit difficult, but other than that was pretty much it. But I've been using it about a month now, and I like it. It claims up to a mile range. I'll say when I first got it, I tested it out around here, and it's pretty open around here. And the furthest that I was able to get to work was 0.4 miles, so not even half a mile. But that's still relatively good. It does pretty much what I need to do. So think a little false advertising, maybe some perfect conditions, maybe perfectly open place and the right humidity and moisture content in there. I don't know, but anyway. So yeah, I think the 1 mile, you know, is a little bit of a stretch, but it's still, I would consider it long distance. But let's run through the working at one time. So on the back of the remote, it has a guide, hold 1 second for lock. See, a one-time lock. So a little delay, 2 times. And then to start. So it'll beep 1 time. And it'll start. And it'll beep 3 times to let you know it's running. And then every so often, you'll get a visual reminder that it's running. So it stays running for 15 minutes. So let me see what happens when you try to get in the car. So we'll unlock it here, open it up. So if I want to run it, I'll just put the key in, turn it to the on position like normal. So if I don't put the key in and I hit the brake, then it dies. I guess that's a theft deterrent. But anyway, other than that, you get in, turn the key to the on, and it's ready to go. So that's pretty much it. So overall, I'm happy with it. Again, very easy install. Just think a little bit of a stretch on the 1 mile range, but anyway, I'm still pretty happy with it. I do recommend it. It's been a month. It's been working good. So that's about as much as I can tell you about it. But if you got any questions about it or anything like that, let me know, and I'll try to get back to you as best as I can. Anything else you want to see, let me know as well, and we'll see you on the next one.